understanding God's grace, forgiveness, and compassion towards us. That's the beginning point. Because I think in order for us to even value setting our mind, we have to have some sense of understanding that it's worth it. You know, because if we indulge ourselves in all kinds of fantasies and dreams and, you know, lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, if we let our minds just run rampant, you know, that gives some degree of, you know, maybe fulfillment in your mind or something like that, or you dream about. I'll tell you one of my biggest struggles right now. I don't want to get up and go on maybe we'll see a little bit and not tell all my deep dark secrets. There's nothing hidden from me. You know, I tell myself a lot. You know, I run. You know, I run almost every day. And, you know, a lot of times I'll pray on it. A lot of times I look for something to think about that gets my mind off the pain. You know what I mean? And, you know, one of the things I found myself struggling with while I'm running, I could easily sound embarrassed to say this, but I'll bet that people are good that have some equal kind of parallel to it. I find myself wondering what it would be like to win the lottery. You know what I mean? You know, I can ride down the road, you see Powerball, you know, $150 million, you know, so I'm running along, and in my mind, you know, I think, boy, okay, 50% for taxes, another 50%, you know, I mean, before you know it, you know, you're thinking through all how much we have left, and, you know, this and that, and then, you know, 3.5 months later, I've got money. And, you know, that's just a fantasy. You know, it really has no validity at all. It doesn't really mean a thing to me. It's not valuable. It doesn't do a thing to me. But I have to learn how to set my mind on, you know, in view of God's mercy. I have to realize that, hey, there's a value in me thinking not about those fleshly things, but about things that are spiritual things, things that are more valuable, things that are eternal valuable, versus things that are temporal valuable. And so, I don't know, sometimes that has happened. But in view of God's mercy, Paul is saying, you know, in light of what Christ has done for you, present yourself. The body idea here, you know, this idea of sacrifice, because they live in a culture where